Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something called This Is Infinity by developer Cactus Squid, who I'm sure many of you are aware had a big hand in the development of Hotline Miami. Now this is kind of a special episode, as you probably are aware also. You're looking at my desktop right now, which is not usually the norm for how these types of things go, but I do want to put a big ol' seizure warning on this game. This is probably one of the most flashy, crazy, epilepsy-inducing games that I think I've covered. I know I say this every now and then, but, like, this one's really up there in, like, the top % or so. And I wanted to make this a kind of a special episode, being that today is my birthday, or today's episode is my birthday episode. So, you know, I wanted to go as deep as we could into the indie rabbit hole and see what we could pull out. And this one is pretty out there. So brace yourselves. I'm going to launch the game, and here we go. Alright, so we seem to have awoken in some sort of VCR late 80s nightmare fever dream. You'll notice we've got some kind of crazy flashing checkerboard pattern all over the ground, and off in the distance there appear to be a number of letter M's that seem to be walking on their own. I'm not sure quite what they're about, and there's also the word cat I see a few times. So let's go see if we can interact with some of these items, perhaps. Let's see. The M turns into a beautiful bird and flies away. Isn't that lovely? And everything off in the distance has this very hazy quality to it, which is just very difficult to quite put your finger on what exactly is going on here. And I think that's very much the realm that I think the developer wanted to invoke. Now, I should mention, I'm not really very bad when it comes to, like, light sensitivity or anything, but this one actually is sort of making me feel like I'm on the verge of having a migraine, which is pretty wild. I guess we found a new world of crazy flashing lights that I didn't even know existed until just recently. So let's see what cat does if we go and talk to that. Oh, I think it actually turns into a strange cat with a T for a head and a curly tail. You see that? It's running away from me. So the plane that we seem to be walking on appears to be basically endless, which I would totally equate with the idea of This Is Infinity. The objects that seem to be manifesting here, though, are... some of them are a little bit terrifying. Whatever this is in particular, I can't quite even tell why or where it's moving, and I'm a little afraid to walk into it, but let's give it a shot. Oh, geez! We've triggered something. Okay, I should be up front and tell you that I actually did play a little bit of this myself before we started the episode. I think I actually spent about 10 minutes or so, and there are a few different objects that if you walk into will trigger some sort of alternate game, and this is one that I hadn't actually seen before. The ones that I was seeing were there was like a snow globe looking ball which I walked into, and then there were also some rings that I happened to go through, which sort of reminded me a little bit of Star Fox style rings. So I don't actually understand how to do anything in any of these special scenarios. They all seem to have something that's moving by itself and something that's flashing a lot. And it seems like your goal is to do something that will hopefully release you from this purgatory and let you back into the other purgatory that you find yourself in. Now, it's so loosely indicated where we even are in this physical space that it's a little hard to come to any kind of conclusions about what we're supposed to do. But I was told in the description, I think it was, when I went to download this one, that if you feel like you're not sure what to do, the best bet is to just stay still for a while and watch. And that's what I intend to do right now. So it appears that maybe, since I'm not moving, there seems to be some sort of a hallway that's manifesting itself. And maybe the goal here is to let the hallway keep reforming until I can see in 3 dimensions where I'm allowed to walk. And I'm pretty sure that I'm actually onto something with this assertion, because it does look like there are edges now that are discreetly forming as I'm turning around. This is really wild. Okay, I think that is what actually I'm supposed to be doing. So there's edges in a 3-dimensional maze that I'm walking through as we go through this, and I'm finding where those edges are, and I'm actually going around them. And I know it's really hard to tell what I'm even doing. I'm trying to keep my viewpoint as steady as humanly possible here, but I'm also turning ever so slightly every now and then. And in case you're wondering, keys are super simple in this. It's just standard first-person game controls. We're using WASD and mouse to look around. I think I might have found... oh, wait, I think there's a gap over here. Hang on. Is this a gap? I think it is. So I'm trying to get to this obelisk, I'm assuming, And we haven't been sent back to the start in a while, so I think I'm doing it right. This is reminding me of, like, Memory of a Broken Dimension and the blondes, brunettes, redheads part of The Matrix or something, where you just figure out that you can actually see three-dimensional space by looking at the code. That's kind of what I feel like I'm doing right now. The flashing lights are now starting to give way, and I'm not really noticing them as much, which is pretty wild too, considering how much I was actually feeling affected by them previously. I guess that's the effect the mind can have if you're trying to solve a problem. It'll just eliminate the not necessary information and try and keep the necessary information. Oh, did I find the end? I feel like I can see straight to the obelisk now. Oh my gosh, please don't run into a wall now, that's all I need. I can't really see where the beginning and end of that edge is. Alright, I'm gently working toward it. Oh my god, that's so crazy looking. That is wild. I don't even know if you can see this necessarily in the video, but it is flickering like mad in a way that probably won't transfer to the video properly, so... Of course, as always, I'm going to link you guys this game if you want to go try this for yourself, and that was indeed how I was supposed to get out. So I figured out one of the 3 puzzles that I found myself presented with, and that's the best I've been able to do so far with This Is Infinity. So like I mentioned, the other objects that I seem to be able to interact with were the snow globes, which I'll see if I can find one for you, and then I don't know if this pyramid does anything. I might have to check this out as well. And then there was also a ring that popped up. There's the ring over there in the distance. Man, this is sort of like if Proteus just was like the worst acid trip of all time, I guess. I mean, not that I'd know, but like it is just crazy to look at. Is this... Oh, I had a feeling this might be another puzzle scene. Alright, so it looks like we might have a similar premise as we did prior. The music, too, is really out there. I think I need to walk past these spaces before they, like, smash me with laser lights, if that makes sense. And I can't tell their trajectories, so I'm just gonna kind of walk until I hopefully don't hit anything. Where am I going toward, though? I don't have any clue. Is there a hint? Oh my god. Oh my god, that hurts. That's your punishment if you lose, I guess. Oh, am I supposed to pick up all of these triangles that are rotating? Wait, are there many? Oh, I think there's just a handful of them. That's probably what it is. I gotta go find all the triangles and get them. And you can only see them when they're not being blocked, or when they are being blocked by the laser lights. Man, this is such an abstract, wild game. I must say, Cactus Squid has a fantastically different sense of what makes something a strange and wonderful interactive experience. And many of the games that I've played of his have been similarly out there, although this one seems to take the cake, though, as far as, like, probably the most esoteric or difficult to parse what the goals are. And that's kind of cool, too. I kind of like the puzzle element of figuring out the realm that you find yourself trapped within, and like learning to play by the rules, or even what the rules might be, or how to even find out what the rules might be. And in this case, the rules were find all the triangles that you can, or in this case, cones, I guess. I don't want to get involved with... Oh, geez, what's the viewpoint's doing weird things now? It's like zooming in every now and then. Is the world getting stretchier? Oh my goodness. I don't want to get involved with the sphere world, because that one I've tried to beat 2 or 3 times now, and I don't think I've made any progress in it at all. And that's trying to think as analytically as I could about the scenario, and it just sort of looked like there was random dabs of color just moving around, and that was about all I could figure out. I guess I should approach the ring world and see if this does anything. The Molly ring world. Alright, let's go in. Okay, so there's a wall off in the distance that seems to turn at a 45-degree angle. Oh, it's rotating all the way around. I can try to approach it sometimes. I'm just walking very close to it. Oh, and then I get pushed back. Alright, so is there a point maybe where I'm not supposed to cross until I've figured out when I'm supposed to walk forward? And if I walk left or right, that seems to count just the same as walking forward. Also, in case you're wondering, clicking doesn't actually do anything here. And nor does jumping or ducking. There aren't any other controls that I'm aware of here. What about there? That looked like maybe there was a breach in the wall that I could have used to try and get under them. And if I turn around, what happens? What's behind me? Not a whole lot. It looks like we're just facing this one, whatever this is, this wall of colorful flashing cubes. I think I was onto something waiting for it. Oh geez, what's happening now? I guess I kept hitting forward and it kind of kept kicking me backward or something like that. I highly recommend if you play this, play it with headphones and blast the music just for full effect. Oh geez, what have I done? I'm holding forward right now and it looks like I can't see anything. Also the music got real strange there. I'm getting a little bit closer, but then I keep getting kicked back again. Alright, I think right here is about as far as I can go. I'll wait for them to turn over. Like that. And then walk under. That doesn't work. It just made everything go disappear-y. Yeah, I definitely don't understand all of the elements to this. Wait a minute. I walked right and I got closer. Oh, maybe I need to figure out which way makes it get closer to me. Because maybe it's not always just forward. Maybe I'm rotating around this object just as much as I'm walking toward it. Oh, this is a tough one. Alright, I think I should probably wrap things up here just because I don't really want to spoil the entire experience, although I'm sure you guys are probably into seeing where this goes, if it goes anywhere. But I think I probably want to spare you as well your eyes, if possible, in case any of you are having a difficult time but want to see this through to the end. Go click the link if you want to mess around with This Is Infinity. It is a wild time. Like, just about nothing I've ever seen before. And let me know what you think about this in the comments if you don't mind, because I have no idea where to even begin. Like, I would critique this, but I almost don't even know what to say. It is certainly unique, and I guess I have been critiquing it a little bit as I went, but this is more maybe a little bit more in the realm of a Let's Play episode than a critique. And it's just like, flashing colors, man. They're everywhere. It's a weird puzzle first-person game that is just a puzzle because it's so hard to parse. And that's kind of cool. So with that, I will leave you for another day. Thank you as always for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, consider leaving a like on it. It does help me out a whole bunch. And please do come back again tomorrow, because there's a new episode of Indie Impressions that goes up every single day without exception. So I hope to see you back for that, and I hope you have a fantastic night. I'll talk to you all later.